Surprise. Get some sleep, Bryn. Good to see you. Hello. Greetings and salutations. So many hugs to Lynn. Yeah, what did she say? What did she say? Yeah, I'm a little bit destroyed for Miss Parton. But I don't know what the title says today. I just woke up from a nap and I had the news broken to me by the family. You too, Bryn. See you later, baby. How's it going? How's life? Let me see if I can get some of this set up before, without doxing myself on accident too badly. So I am here today. Hang on one second. I'm trying to find a picture. Because there is a joint piece of artwork that our friend wants us to do for a piece. And I am responsible for doing the line art. And Miss May is going to be responsible for the coloring and the whatnots. So I need to get going more on that because stuff has to start coming out on the 1st. So we need to move. So, give me just a minute, y'all. Then I'll start paying more attention, I promise. I'm scrolling through a book's worth of notes. Okay. Okay, here we go. Just a little dox is fine as a treat. Thank you. What did she label this? Line out of a whole book cover. I don't know why everybody be gentle. Yes, the icon day has me feeling big. Yes, okay, I see. Well, yeah, this looks great so far. Here's where I'm gonna rain on the parade and just completely start over. Now my art should be in a museum. Thank you, baby. I appreciate that. It belongs in a museum. Hello, Pleiades. Pleiades. Yeah, it's the Pleiades. Hello, I have hijacked the stream because it is a federal holiday down here, so I had the day off, and this is a project that our friend is commissioning us both to do. I have started an initial draft, right? I knocked the bottom out of this skirt. Like, can we just talk about that? Like, good lord, look at those wrinkles. I'm so proud of myself. Just toot my own horn for a minute. But I'm going to start over. I need to find picture references and get things situated. Huh? Oh, okay. As long as everything. Cool. So we've got some characters that are set in some kind of vaguely weeby Arthurian kind of setup. So that's why we have the little Ren Fair kind of dress. I did have our person look at it. I need to make this a halter top, and the sleeves still need to be detachable. But the skirt was fine. She wants sandals instead of boots, and then this gal is also going to get a dress. Now, since it's Arthurian times, we're gonna weebify them. But this also happens to be a fun little niche interest of mine is historical fashion. I'm sure we've all talked about this one a little bit, but we're gonna use this, like the stereotypical kind of Ren Fair thing, as our starting point for this one. I might make the skirt a little bit shorter. I don't know. But then I'm also going to use things like these kinds of dresses for reference. We're going to weebify them, so I might need your help weebifying them. But we're going to use these kinds of dresses for the other gal. Or something like it. And then there's going to be armor that goes on top. So. Drafts are an important part of the process onto the path of our bardcore Arthurian romance. Yeah. What price do you have for art commissions? We're working on that, Bruin. Please do stay tuned. But thank you, dear. My art, I was gonna say I was gonna do like 15 or 20 an hour. So it just depends on what they want. Peak phone with peak references. Thank you. That phone is like 6 years old now? 7 years old? I don't know. Anyway, y'all pour one out for Miss Dolly. I miss her already. Alright, so we're doing like a yin-yang touch of God kind of thing, right? This is our reference picture that the commissioner has given us. And then we've got like hands and stuff reaching out for the two. So let's go. Let's go. Sorry, the lighting is terrible. I'll just get to live with this since I guess May, since she does primarily does primary digital art. I'm the traditional artist. If you don't decide on a price until next month, I will tell you my idea and then you can give me a price. Then I have your email. Yeah, you can do that. We can talk about it. But yeah, thank you, dear. I appreciate it. Closing your PC. Have a great time and good night. You too, darling. I'll see you later. Alright, guys. Somehow I missed the news and this is very sad. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I was gonna message you personally on Discord, Yanderbee, because I remember we talked about Dolly Parton before already, so I wanted to see how you were doing. I hate to be the one to break it to you. Yeah, it kind of ruined me. We were taking a nap because it's a federal holiday down here, and then I just woke up to my aunt messaging the group chat, the family chat, to let us know. Alright. So pour one out for Miss Dolly. Put on some your favorite Dolly tunes, whatever you need to do. Let's go. Y'all can tell me stories and stuff. So we have here, of course, yeah, we were just talking about her cover of Shine just like a week ago. So I went, oh no. Dark times indeed, but the hope in our hearts still burn bright. Yeah, I had a friend of mine like message me on the side because like obviously hugely impactful woman to so many people, right? And it's not a secret that I loved her dearly. But she messaged me and she's like, then who now is going to be our kind unifier, our loving unifier or something? And I said, well, I'm hoping that everybody will be. Right? So if anything, I think she would want everybody to step up to the plate to be said kind unifier. Anyway, I wasn't too disappointed with this pose. I was more... Let's see. The top. Yeah, I think I got it okay. I think she was looking away in the original draft. Jolene, exactly. Hey, Tatsu. I've hijacked the stream today. I've got this draft as part of a commission. I'm doing the line art, and then Miss May will be taking it and coloring it digitally for us. But in the meantime, since it's a federal holiday today, and I had the day off from teaching, I offered to hijack stream. Ooh! Haha, my knee. Traditional art and Lynn. It is true. It's me. Her cover of Shine is really wonderful. Yes, it is. So Tatsu, you just came in. It seems like, pardon the bonk, that was just me being a fidget monster. I am currently a wreck over Miss Dolly, so give me your happy peppy stories. Lovely to see the Black Kitty. Yes, here I am. I finally have some time. The art is so good that the screen moves. Thank you, darling. Yeah, I really like Shine. Like, the way that she did it. I love Collective Soul, but I like it just as much as the original, if not slightly more. Got scared with the bonk. I was like, oh no, don't fall. No, nothing fell. I didn't fall. My knee just hit the side of the desk really hard because I sit like a cross-legged goblet in computer chairs. There's you some lore. Um, and so I fidget and I just take the whole dang desk with me. So I had her like this. We had this. Up, up, this way. That her leg was. It's at least equal to the original. Yeah, yeah. I don't. I love them both so much, right? Like both of those cover, like the original and the cover. So I'm like, I can't. It's not a competition, but they're both excellent. We stand computer chair goblins. Yeah. Leg out a little, a little. But I had this one out a little bit further. Artists need to sit with a goblin or become shrimps with their posture. What about a shrimpy goblin? Is that an option? What? I haven't gotten to draw in a while recently. It's been nice to be like, hey, now you have to. But still finding the time. A task. No. Shrimpy goblin is the art. You get me. That that enough curve? I feel like I had more curve. I wonder. What do I do with the here? Two? Where is it translated? Oh, hi. Hi. I don't know why YouTube started like auto translating things. Not a huge fan. I just got two as a message. I'm like, two of what? No, it's hi. Hello. Good to have you, Fedora. Welcome, welcome. There we go. That's a curve. Here I won't. Hmm. Besides the recent poor Roma tomatoes, 100 degrees over, I don't think they'll produce fruit. Oh no, honeys. Oof. Is there a shady spot you can put them during the heat of the day? I know they want that sun-ripened tomato and stuff, but there is such thing as too much of a good thing, right? A little bit of recap. We've got this. So besides this afternoon's just devastating blow, how are things? It's fun to actually get to be here for an art stream. I mean, I guess I am the art stream, which is strange, but like it's fun to actually get to be here since I'm usually teaching right now. Which I like teaching, but oof, it's a lot of talking. get a halter. And then, how was I going to tweak that? This is what I have so far. Right, and I had some bone set here. These sleeves, because the stuff from way back when is very off shoulder. But the sleeves need to be detachable. I guess that can still work. We've slipped from the 1480s to the 1980s, like Ghost in the Shell kind of vibe. But it's okay, we'll figure it out. So many moving parts to all of this. What are you working on? What's going on? Anybody else got anything they've got? Project-wise? How feel people feel? They're excited for a cameo. Hi, Zen. Yeah, it's a holiday here. So I decided that since we have a joint art commission that maybe I should take it over since I'm handling the start of the project. I will warn you, like everybody else, I am absolutely wrecked about the news about Dolly Parton this afternoon. So be kind. But I trust you to be just fine. Y'all can tell me about things. We have this. Okay. Now, if I look at the Hand of God picture, right, like, let's... I think it's Michelangelo. Let me look at these hands. Let's observe these hands together. Creation of Adam, that's what it is. Yeah, I'm a disaster right now, Stan. So we're doing our best. I try hard not to get terribly invested in famous people, but Dolly Parton was special. So, alright. So we've got some fingers that we can look at. We've got our other reference picture that we can look at. We've got some dress inspo. Right. Alright, let's see what we got. I have to like flip some hands around. That's okay. I like hands. So the thing with this original draft is that I made the reach too tense. There was too much tenseness. Apparently there wanted to be more breathability to it, I guess. So let's see if I'm gonna guess they're about the same size, more or less. Got their hands here. Here. Right. Wanted to reach. For some reason, this gal's posture is just absolutely ending me. But it's okay. We'll start with the arm. And I don't think I want them to be quite touching. Right? We really want to drive that creation of Adam reference home. At least in my head. Almost. Ooh, almost. Okay. So now, I get the fun challenge of fitting an entire body around an arm. The real test of anatomy. So the first one I had her a little bit desperate reaching, right? So this was the original. I didn't show you quite, Sin. This was the original draft that I've done. I knocked the bottom out of this skirt. Like, I'm so proud of myself for this. But there were some things we wanted to tweak and stuff. But in this original, I have this gal making a real hard reach, and apparently it was too much, which is just fine. So let's keep it kind of languid. The sun has been violent today as well, so outside. Y'all can just roll on down to the southern hemisphere. It's the plums just started blooming. I think I had this leg. Hmm. You got some good sleep going for you, Doji. Oh, thank you, darling. That's very sweet. I try. I kind of miss doing art on the astrology streams, but everybody seems to really enjoy the bibliomancy. So I don't mind. I think though I might kind of bring it back this week just because there's like 3 things that we can talk about maybe in grand total. So either that or I can we can pick a topic and I can like do a little lecture or something on it. So this one's gonna be doing a little bit of an out there kind of thing. Okay. That's gonna be fun to try to fit the skirt around. We'll figure it out. I think I did the thing where I made her a lot bigger on accident. We'll figure it out. A real test too of how well can Rhiannon and Lynn draw boot in perspective. Feet. Feet test. Today was cold and wet here. Yeah, it's been chilly and finally the sun started coming out again more recently. It's been vaguely Seattle lately. That's been strange. Not super keen on it, but like it's livable for us, but the poor locals are not used to that kind of weather. So I've been feeling very, very sorry for them. I'm like, where's the sun? It's been like a week. And on the one hand, you poor souls, this is nothing, but on the other hand, I get it. Okay. Hit her head on it. Under here. Something like this. And I'll be doing this. Here. Down, down, down. First perspective here. Yeah, ish. Something like that. Okay. Now the question is, do they look to be about the same size? Think so? You sun people are something different. I mean, I enjoy cloudy and gray, but the thing with cloudy and gray is I don't want to have any responsibilities on those days. Taking a walk is fine, but like if I am obligated to still function as a member of society, I need it to be sunny, because if it's cloudy and gray, or like God forbid snowing, hang it up. I don't want to leave the house. I want to eat soup. I want to drink hot chocolate, and I want to take a nap. Just the way that my ancestors would have done it. Right? So. But if you want me to operate in a normal, modern day society, I need better weather conditions. Snow is a no, I agree. Baseline take. See, duck gets me. I am, at the end of the day, but a humble mammal, so when the weather is bad, I would like to rest. Okay, so Girly Q here has a sword in her back. So then the question becomes, do we show it this way? Or do we go about it this way? Because if we do it, if we do it right at her back, that's not gonna really show. She's just gonna look like she's being crucified. Which, like, I've started editing what I'm doing this for, so, like, kind of, but I conceptually love rain and, to be honest, love fog, but I'm sad little flower and get sad if exactly, Yonder Bee. I'm the same. I'm like, this is great. I need vitamin D. This winter made me a hater. I thought you were a hater to begin with, or you mean snow specifically? Show it a little bit? Yeah. But, like, which direction? Maybe. I get to be one of those lesbians that has a couple of flannels, the flannel button ups, and, or at least I used to wear them more often. I don't wear them so much anymore. But May called them my solar flannels. More on the spine than anything. Right, okay. So, like this? Okay, cool. Now, with the sword style, I was going for, like, straight up Excalibur looking vibes. That chill? Have our middle piece here. Touching that waist a little bit. Oof. Right, now just drafting up. Yeah, solar flannels. You gotta get your solar flannels. Stay nice and warm. Get that little plaid. Ah, okay. Yeah. Very good. Let's see, the skirt goes out. I wonder if I can do this, but make it a little bit more. So this shape, and then I had it going out, up, over and around. That's like some random fucking me excuses to embrace it. I mean, yeah. Like I said, my main problem with rain and stuff is that nowadays people expect me to somehow be a human being around it. And it's fun to be a sad sack sometimes, but sometimes I would actually like to enjoy things. Snow just got under the hate umbrella recently. Okay. Well, welcome to that umbrella of snow hatred. After living too far up north for a couple of years, it ruined me for it. Remember my friends? This was when I was a teenager, and my friends only showed me the fun parts of snow, like, after the fact, when I was about to go back home. That was just completely wasted, and I was so mad. Great sword, thin, long, ornate, flat, shorter. Okay. Fierce weird. Okay, that's not too far off. Ooh, look at this one. You don't have to have this one, but look at that one. That's nice. Cute. A little elfy. Two-hander. A two-hander? Heck yeah. What a fun hilt design. I never noticed. Love that. Okay. I'll figure out that in a bit. Yeah, we can be the comfy sad group. We'll just be the comfy sad group today. It'll be fine. Oh, I think that is make sorry that the camera just will not focus. Word vocabulary is fun. I did Lynn lore. I did historical fencing for a little while. I never got very good at it because I always had I got like performance anxiety. I blame being raised like, I'm agender, but I blame being raised as a woman sometimes because it's like I was expected to follow for dance, and sword is just dance. And when I did any dance stuff, I would follow. And again, sword is just dance, but suddenly I'm expected to lead. And so I just kind of have. Yeah, you're kind of expected to do both, but at the same time, like, I feel like I just was not programmed ever to lead in my brain. And so I ended up giving myself panic attacks. Just stop. And you finally notice it'll be too late. Yeah, historical fencing is a lot of fun. Fencing nowadays, there's so many rules, but if you're ever interested, you should see if there's a chapter of it was the 1595. That's the name of the group. They had a branch in Seattle, and I loved the teacher very much. Tried to keep in touch with him, but I'm just too busy. But anyway, they focus on some text from a fencer who wrote a book again in 1595, ergo the name, talking about different ways to be extra lethal. And it was very cool. But there were some, they would like use older types of swords, not just modern rapiers and stuff. So I got to have like the curved sword. So my goal in life is to grow up to be a vampire, a vampire and a pirate put together. So I wanted to learn how to sword fight. Yeah, it's Lynn. We're working on something together, and I'm responsible for the Lineart. So since it's a federal holiday today, Steph, I am taking over today. This woman that cuts with swords on TikTok. That does sound pretty fantastic. So Doji Darling has commissioned me and Briar to work on things. I'm responsible for the line art. This was our first draft, and now I'm working on the second one, and I need to get it sooner rather than later. Started to train in my LARP with the rapier, and I know the LARP leaders are into history, so it's influenced, but then I took up quarterstaff. I mean, that's legit, too. That's legit. I think that's good. What kind of sandals do you want, Doji? Like, if I look up old sandals, do you want those, or do you want, like, other sandals in particular that you're thinking of? Thanks. Right, if I keep looking up a little bit, right, we've got this. I wanted our hair to be kind of like they had the little half pony because I had a sneaky. Right, so we've got our hair. But yeah, super secret cameo. Everybody needs to be extra nice to me today because Dolly Parton died and I'm a mess. Well, let's see what our sandal options are from the past. Sandals. Hi, Unicorn. Thank you. We haven't really started, but here's the first draft if you would like to see. I appreciate it. Some slimmer pickings, yes. Not enough to break instantly from a kick. Okay. Oh, look at these. These are cute. I wouldn't wear them, but they're cute. I am taking over for Miss May's stream today because we are working on a joint project. So I will do the line art for these ones, and then she will take it over and color it in digitally. Thank you, dear. That's so sweet. anyone is interested, obviously more of May's stuff is on here than there is on mine, but my username on Instagram is, let me get this up for you. I will post it here so that y'all can have it. Instagram, I believe it is this way. If I could spell my username. Yep, that's me. So for more of my stuff, for those who are interested, for now, you may go here. Alright, so we've got some outlines here. We were gonna, oh right, I was looking at sandals for some ideas. Some sandals. Won't die from one single kick. Okay. It won't die from a kick. These aren't sandals, but they would kick very well, I feel like, if you kicked in the right place. $340.80. Well, that's a little bit early, but sure. We'll use that for a rough start. You do it right, they can handle a kick. You know, who knows how long she's been a rock, really? Like, it's fine. My idea is more that if needed, they can be taken more easily off. Okay. What are you laughing at me? What else? How long has been a rock? Well, you know. I'll figure something out. For now, alright, shoes. Yes. Beautiful. Look at that, they're done. Shoes. Shoes. Okay. Okay, so for the flip side, we have Miss Big Boot here. Woman. I love the dresses from this time period so much. Yes, on your cover of your book, it will just have her feet and they will say shoes. Let's get some shoes. Dresses from this time are so pretty. Look at this, it's gorgeous. Okay. We're gonna have little socks. Hey Doji, if it's sandals, does she need socks? Socks and sandals like a peak nerd. We're gonna do tight sleeves on. Right? No socks? Okay. Just feet on the cover. No, I figured the cover will just write really big, just shoes. Shoes. Well, I mean, like, yeah, but the joke is I was trying to find sandals and I'm struggling. Okay, so she's a heathen, or not heathen, but like she's not a big dork. Okay, that socks do add more to the process. Point made. Maybe she can just be a barefoot wonder at this rate. She's a rot. Doesn't need to develop calluses. It's fine. So many buttons that I don't get to draw. That's the only pitfall. Crocs with socks. Yes. Perfect. No notes. We've solved the mystery, gang. Crocs with socks. We have um the little gems that you stick in the Crocs now. Socks with socks and Crocs with Crocs. We're hitting Dr. Seuss territory. Like it's my favorite Dr. Seuss. This is Fox and Socks, but the 2026 edition, I think. You made the socks into sandals. Uh-huh. You see the vision. You understand. Dogs is the resident disaster. What do I want for dinner? Now do we... If it's mom's dress, do we want to make it too short, or do I want to make it a little bit longer? It's like I made this one pretty short here. Well, I need Doji to be awake for a little bit longer stuff, because this is her picture. Oh, I'm so little. I have no idea why I got that small. I just had my head on my forehead on my hand. Okay. You're in luck. For the weeb lords are in luck because long flowing hair wasn't seen back then. About that length is good. Okay. I'm too sure. Alright, we wanted gauntlets and stuff too, so let's see. No, I don't need to scream it. Gauntlet. Nice. Dork. Now, do you want gloves, or are we just talking about, like, something that keeps her wrist okay? Oh, look at these shoes. Dang. Don't need to take these sandals off. You can kill a man with them. How pointy these things are, dang. Like, are we thinking something like this kind of a gauntlet, or like a full gauntlet? The wrist as well? Yeah, like the wrist would be covered, right, if I did something like this? But do you want, like, the full, like, glove effect? Or just, like, why am I so far away? Or, like fingerless glove gauntlet vibes? Do you want regular, like, default gauntlets or, like, Hot Topic gauntlets? Okay. Default. Okay. From Hot Topic gauntlet is going to live in my head rent free for the rest of my life now, though. Yeah. We have a modicum of historical accuracy. I mean, yes. But I'm kind of like that lady who, like, is upset with the adaptation of the Odyssey. She's like, like, not upset at it, but like not happy with it. But also, she's just grateful it is being acknowledged as existing and people are getting interested in it again. I'm kind of like that too. Of like, we can have, I can nod to historical accuracy and still make it cutesy. That's fine. I don't mind. Just a smidge of historical accuracy is a little treat. I love that for me. It does make it a little bit harder for, I don't know, man. I'm just like really trying to touch hands and stuff, but it's okay. Yeah, we'll do it. We got this. Little accuracy. Yeah. Huge fan of my brain working with Hot Topic Gauntlet, though. That they didn't make it cute. There we go. That's the problem all along, is that it wasn't cute. My main problem with that movie is that it's 3 hours long, apparently, so there's no way in hell I'm going to go see it in the theater. I hear tell that they just mostly Chris Nolan'd it and, like, did not give the costuming the design that it deserved. Whole arm to the shoulder should be armored. Okay. Whoop. Cauldron. Ah, that's what it's called. And boys and girls and everything in between, we have a new word. It's a pauldron. That's where you put Paul when you need to make Paul soup. I mean, Spider Bee, you're fine. I got into ancient Egyptian history because I was obsessed with Yu-Gi-Oh! So, like, you're fine. Well, that's great how it attaches from the front, but how does it go on the back? From here, here. Gorgets? Gorgets are good. I knew what a gorget was. We need to make those gorgets gorgeous, and that'll get people interested, right? Mm-hmm. Yes. Def, it was Yu-Gi-Oh! Yeah, I'll find some back armor. I think I'm just taking this piece by piece right now. Yeah, Mulan was the first movie I went to the theaters for twice. Yeah, what were y'all's movie that you, like, watched so many times you made your family hate it? Okay, what was the book? Because I did that with someone with a book too, and that was the aforementioned Fox and Socks. I was just the world's worst child, and I made my dyslexic aunt read that book to me every single night. I'm like just a horrible, horrible child. You know, Fox and the Hound is a lot emotionally. I remember loving that movie a lot, but like I'm kind of scared to go back to it. Sega Mega Drive, that's cool. A fairy tale about a Russian soldier that impresses God with his humility. In exchange, he asks to make his hat able to hold anything. I mean, that's a good. It's the hat of holding. Okay. I'm listening. Go on. I can't go back. Okay, Spider Bee. Maybe you're a tender heart like I am. You've mentioned watching where you walk to not get bugs, right? So I do that too. Um, you'll get this. I can't go back and watch The Brave Little Toaster because of the scene where the flower sees her reflection in the toaster and then he goes away and then she dies. But I hate that I think about it like almost once a month. And so like I don't know. I don't know. That scene gave me like PTSD or something. He puts devils in it and beats them up to the point he goes to the gate of hell and parties with them so much that they want to drive him away. Hell yeah, Yvonne, go off. I love Russian folklore. Okay, as long as it's not just me, because that one scene though, like I think about it like on a schedule, and it's awful. Mm. Gonna have some leather pieces here. Oh, the car crusher sucks too, and I hadn't thought about that since I've seen it because the flower takes so much precedent in my brain, but that's also awful stuff. Thank you for reminding me. Sleeper agent. He also uses the hat to trap Death in it and beats her up too. Okay. Death is a woman. We stand. To the point where he is basically immortal. Okay, so he goes to the gates of heaven next to find something to do since the devil's kicked him. Good lord, this peak Russian. Okay. Okay. So you wanted some chest pieces too. This would have a art thing here. It would wrap around here. We have a sleeve that would have the latch right here. Ivan Turbinka. What a role model. We stan Ivan. This is giving the opposite of the Forbidden Doctor. Sky's Doctor.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah.
Only Ivan Turbinka can beat this doctor. Doji, you need to summon the power of Ivan Turbinka. To help Sky with his poor stalker issue. So the guy at the gate says to get Death that he now has command over since he can get her in the hat whenever, and to have her kill specific people, and he instead tells her to eat trees that match. Okay. I think Ivan Turbinka can make an exception. God, yeah. That's fair. Haunted vacuum cleaners are hard too. No judgment here. So we'll have a chest piece, but they also have these really pretty belts from back then. I want to draw one. So we will add a really pretty belt. Loop around. I think it loops around twice. Have a belt. Give her a little belt. And have a little belt as So he basically makes people immortal for a few years while he's doing this, to the point Death gets enough of it and almost traps him in a coffin, but he somehow fools her to get in the coffin. I love so much how every mythology or folklore has a story about trapping Death essentially in a closet. And he bolts it up and sends it down a river, and Death was never heard from again. I love this so much. Oh, I can put the belt. Ah, I can put the cute belt over the armor. Look at that. Damn. We love to see it. Oh my god, and she's showing it to me from behind. Blessed. There we go. He might still exist to this day, the end. I love that for him. Who decided that Brave Little Toaster was children's appropriate? Awful. No, Doji. I was way braver about things than I am nowadays. I don't know what happened. Now, if we have Girly Q with all of the stuff being a little more practical, Doji, do we want to add, like, does she need to just have a nice practical long braid? Or do you want it to be long and free flowing even still at this point? Aww. Love you too, Spider Bee. We'll see you later. Have a good night. Free flowing and wavy. Okay. That free flowing and wavy. Just not a particularly practical approach to things. I wanted to make sure first. Up to her waist, okay. What am I doing? What do you mean, what am I doing? Drawing a picture? I was scratching my head a second ago as I was contemplating. we get too free flowing, I worry that we're not going to be able to see that our eyes are closed. But I did have a suggestion about that one. But I haven't gotten far enough. So you tell me, Doji. I keep getting tiny normal. I'm just taking shrinking potions. And then they're really quick acting like helium balloons. And so I get big again real fast and then I shrink again real fast. That's what's going on. Okay, so Doji. I have this one's hair pulled in like one of those little like light braids, like it's still down, but like there's a little bit pulling it back. And here, I was gonna make one of your comically large bows, but I was also making this your red ribbon kind of thing. Yeah? And what did I have it doing? I was contemplating making the string, the ribbon wrap around her eyes since she wanted her eyes to be covered. Now, I haven't gotten far enough in the editing process yet. Do you want that? Or should I just make her face move a little bit more to see that her eyes are closed? Now, Squishmallow, they are so comfortable, Pleiades. I would not blame you. That works really well? Great. Okay, then I will do that. We'll have the ribbon. Keep on. Keep on. We'll go up here. Wrap. Ooh, okay, cool. That helped. Hey, Stan, have you called to fix your internet yet? I'm gonna keep harassing you about it. It's almost my birthday. You should fix your internet. Oh, thank you. Welcome, welcome. This is a two-part commission that I am responsible for the line art for, and Miss May, who is the usual driver of this channel, I'm usually just a mod, will be doing the digitization of it and the coloring. Not home at the moment, so I can't. That's fair. Fair. But you hope someone will do it. Well, I will hope so too. Okay, that sounds fine. I don't think the braid of any kind works for the other one. Long, straight, that I feel like. Well, if I do that, then I can't do the neat bow trick. Or at least not so easily. Yes, and we're appealing to weebs. So then the hair has to be absolutely just absurdly long. At least one of these. One of the protagonists needs to have just floor length hair. That's how anime works. Mm-hmm. Your hair slowly getting to that point. Yeah, yours and May's both, and it makes no sense to me, but not sleep. That's okay. I'll see what I can figure out. I have thought to do with art. I charge myself. Oh, thank you. It's good to have you here. Yeah, this is my original draft for the piece. It's a piece for Doji in the chat who's helping me out with it. I'm very proud of how the skirt turned out, but wasn't quite what we were looking for, so I'm starting over a bit with her for input to be here. May has not cut her hair formally in years. I don't remember how long it's been. When did you start at the research lab? Yeah, so for about 10 years she's been growing it out. So, homeschool, feel free to follow. Normally, May will be here. She mostly does digital stuff, but every now and again when I have chance, I will be here too. And I do sketches and digital art. Glad to have you. Mm, My door, yeah, my Instagram, case, just in case. Supposed to advertise or something, right? That's a fairly decent start. Here, flip it around. How's it looking upside down? The feet need some work, but that's okay. Shoes. Okay, that sounds good. We'll see you later, homeschool. It was good to meet you. Take care of yourself. Uh, that's not fair, does. So what do y'all think? Sunday, there's not a lot going on for stars. There's a couple of things that we're going to talk about, but not a whole heck of a lot. We're basically just trying to get out of eclipse season. So what do we think we should do? Because I don't think it'll take me maybe 30 minutes to go over everything. And people tend to like run out of questions to ask me. For the bibliomancy stuff, so I didn't know quite what to do about that just yet. So I'm open to ideas. I was thinking about like doing a lesson on star stuff, but I could also just guess bring some art again, but I don't want to get the channels crossed again. Right? Like, you moved the art to the art channel. So I don't think I should do art on the divination channel because that's not where art goes anymore. I don't know what I need to do to fill in an hour and a half because I'm assuming that I'm not gonna have that many questions to fill in. Maybe it was just a dry day, but like I don't know. Sometimes people run out of questions and that's fine. I don't mind, but I'm like not sure of what I'm going to do to fill in the time beyond that. Let's see. Let's let it focus and then y'all can see where we're at on things real quick. So here's where things are. Uh, what? Oh, Sen just suggested that maybe it was a dry day on Sunday last week because I only had like 45 minutes open for questions, but people ran out and got quiet. Sunday was one of the more awkward streams I've had in a minute, and like I'm not mad about it, but it was quiet. And so Sen suggested that maybe it was a dry day, and Doji says perhaps a lecture. Talk about the art of bibliomancy. There is no art to bibliomancy for me, Steph. I open a book. I find a book that works for me and I open it. That's the end. As it stands, I'm thinking of as the thing gets bigger. I need to find a book that works that is open source. Um
What I got.
well, I speak some Spanish, but not a whole hell of a lot of Latin. You can pick a topic to educate us. Well, like, okay, so we have. Huh? Sure, yeah, but little lectures on what?
Like one point one.
Hmm. That's where you go at the end of the day, so you go take a nap.
Planet.
No, I know. No, I know. I just. Okay. So our class favorites are here. What do y'all want to be educated about first? I feel like Sky gets to educate us on Jupiter. Lilith isn't a planet, but yes, okay. The vape entity, yes. The greater will. I will teach you about the lesser will. But I really gotta figure out what people mean when they say, "Oh, you treat astrology more because I guess I do, but like more spiritually than most astrologers. I've really got to figure out like who they are comparing me to, and then I can figure out how my approach is different. Because obviously, I don't listen to those astrologers. Mm, last time you showed us astrocartography, that was cool. Yeah, the problem with astrocartography though is I really don't know a whole heck of a lot about it. Like I want to, but I look at the map and I go, okay, that's cool. And then I just have like an ADHD. I'm not going to process any of this kind of moment. I PowerPoint fade away, May says in the background, which, yes. You didn't miss much stuff, but she has apologized for missing stream last night.
It's fun.
Yeah, you didn't miss a whole heck of a lot. May had tummy hurty. So we were dealing with that. We left early to handle that. The time was filled, yeah, I suppose so. The kind that you have the thing loop over, and then this, there, oh. And I do understand that is 2102 in military time, but I did for a moment read that you logged in the year of our Lord 2102, and I was very impressed. Sinistry, yeah, maybe. Hmm. I always feel like I don't know anything until people ask me questions. Not enough to steal your clients, of course. Fabric, wrapping this one. And this is where all of my wrinkle studying, all of my stuff that I was doing when I got back into drawing started to pay off. On that 3326 grind? Is that where we're time traveling to, son? Ugh. No, halter, not just halter. Halter. Not just sleeveless. It's different. You're not traveling, you're there? Ah, that's why your Discord's been screwy lately. That explains so much. And how am I supposed to send you... Yeah. How am I supposed to send people pictures of Toulouse if they're that far away, though? How's the reception in that part of that time period? Alright. Fuck. Have the river on your side? Okay. Okay, good to know. Have you found Ivan?
Oh, good question.
Is he in the year of our Lord 33,026? What is he doing there if he's there? How is he doing? He's still evading death. Well, he am perhaps become death at this point. Who knows? Okay, guys, that's my right-handed. I need to make lots of money. He is here. I've given him 4 minute. Very good. Watch and blow dry your hair, but you can't hear anything. Well, it doesn't help that I'm mumbling, but you're not missing a whole heck of a lot right now. Now he is finding great joy in destroying capitalism using solar power. That is excellent. I need him to come do that here. Dogs, you better be going viral soon. Damn. Start chewing on my hand at this rate. Ah, boy. I was telling Yonderby about it earlier, but if folks haven't heard, Dolly Parton's cover of Shine. They need to go and listen to it. Like Shine by Collective Soul. She did an excellent job. Not happened in the first apocalypse of the 32nd century, nor the one in the 43rd. Well, I'm gonna need, if you have a time traveling shenanigans, like, I know that theoretically it just keeps screwing everything up, but like, you know, it's eclipse season. Things are supposed to go off the rail anyway. I think you can do it. I think you can do it. I don't think there's any problem. You'll see what the first pillar says. Thank you for checking. Ask him to have mercy. I've had a bad day. Oh, oops. Steph? Oh, thank you for the little head pat. Big breach. I don't know. As it's both Collective Soul and Dolly and one of your child's favorite remakes. How did you not know? I don't know. But yeah, that's a thing and you should listen to it. Then might have some words for this pillar. I think we've talked about it before, but I have a playlist remakes of songs. Because your child thought you knew. Or maybe I didn't. Maybe I just thought that you didn't like remakes. Yeah, well there's like 3 people here. It's okay. We can I'm letting the guard drop a little bit. And try suggest placing a request for the 9th pillar, I assume, though they are pretty overwhelmed as they are. Okay. As it stands, I was thinking about letting everybody know that Wednesday's my birthday. Maybe they will give us more money. Not tomorrow, Wednesday, but like next Wednesday. Like on the big chat. I don't know. Wait. We're back again. Welcome back, ladies. Lady says hello. Yeah. There are no rules against it. No, I know. It's just a matter of determining like how much privacy we want and stuff, right? Hi. But then someone can ask me how old I am, and I can say that I'm a different age every time. I'll start it with like 73, and then maybe I'll go down to, I don't know, 28, and the next time I could answer 165. Um, then perhaps easy breezy 42. Hmm. The problem with that is I have to remember that I'm a different age every time because sometimes I forget. Timeless. Timeless is an answer. Could leverage my knowledge of history and just tell wild stories of my youth. Talk about how my earliest childhood memories is perhaps of my earliest best friend contracting the plague. Whatever else I can come up with. A lot of dairy food. The chard do not be lettuce, that's true. Hold tight. Hold on, gang.
I was trying to be helpful, but instead I've forsaken them and forsaken y'all.
Oh, look at this pie that I want to make.
I want to eat the cannoli pie so bad.
Cannoli delicious. Um, Hard bean. Got 2 cans of white.
I'll make that.
Fine. I know what stuff looks like. Again, sorry for the like. It's okay. I was angry about it at you for a couple of centuries, and then we became friends. Pie is almost always good. Pie's alright. I get a little picky about them. I tend to prefer cakes, but I like a cheesecake, which is technically a pie. We went to a dessert expo, or a sweets expo, the other day. It was on Saturday that we went. And they had cannoli, like the Italian one. One of my favorites. I haven't had them probably since we've been here. We didn't find cottage cheese, no, but they do have cream cheese. It's just very expensive, which is why I need a platonic sugar parent to throw money at me so I can buy fancy things. And travel. So yeah, no, we haven't found cottage cheese. We haven't found sour cream, although supposedly someone in the immigrant chat did recently, but I don't really participate in the immigrant chat because it's a lot. Anyway, Sen, you remember that my best friend dying of the plague was water under the bridge at this point. We're friends now. It's okay. It's been 650 years or so. I guess we like it so a lot. Great. If you need to go to sleep, go to bed. Thank you for helping me with the initial. Now I kind of know what I'm working on, so I should be able to take it from here, at least um for the gals. So I will. I assume you're going to bed about now, and you are permitted to do so. Yes. Go to bed. Good luck with work tomorrow. I will send you a picture with things as I progress. Supermarket you go to sometimes sells online. That sounds good. And so we have stuff. We have um cream cheese, and then I can get like a. I can get like a what do they call it? Cheddar cheese, but it's like a mild cheddar. I've received permission. Yeah, thank you for staying up so late, Doji. I'm sorry to keep you. Get some rest. Thank you for your help. I can get cheddar. It's kind of expensive, and then most things I can find here. It's just really frustrating. The like handful of like. Hello. You don't allow. Uh-oh. Welcome back, Doc. Good to have you back. We're making some steps. We're getting there. I'm feeling okay. Getting a good camembert is just expensive. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, where we are, just cheddar is like always imported, and so it's like a tiny brick relative to what I could get in the US. And it's like just as expensive. Posting a recipe for the pineapple pie wouldn't be good. Why wouldn't it be good? What are you talking about? What's that muscle? The muscle like oh, it's this one. We feel things. I mean, I can do cream cheese. I just have to catch it on sale. Or I can get the not so they have Philadelphia, which tastes like the American cream cheese or the United States cream cheese that I'm used to, and then they have like a cream cheese that's a lot milder. And they're both good, right? But Nothing black that looks good to. Oh, is this for a funeral or something? Oh, 10 likes. Wow. That's exciting. Thank you, everybody. I didn't think some people had come through here. It's really exciting. I appreciate it. Fryer has waddled off and is trying her hand at dinner tonight. Oh, name drop. May waddled off. Is working on dinner because we figured out that the poor thing's tummy troubles were gastritis, like how I had a couple of weeks ago. So we have some foods that are prepped, but they are too much uh, things that tummy hurty when you have gastritis, so. Oh, Duck, you're such a peach. What a darling. We're so blessed to have you around. Anyway, so May's trying her hand at dinner. See how it goes. Something a little more mild for her tummy to digest a little easier. First questions. Yeah, we're doing basic stuff. It's not super bad right now. It wasn't as bad as what I had a little while ago, but it's still not great. And it's not great to the point that we had to end. Duck the goat, absolutely, son. We had to end stream a little bit early yesterday because I fed her garlic bread. Oops. And that'll wreck you. But now we know. So I made her eat some avocado and eggs and stuff today, and then made herself some egg drop soup. She seems to be doing okay. But I would like it to continue to be that way. I mean, it works. That's what got me out of it when I got into whatever it was that made me sick a few weeks ago. But rice and carrot. Yeah. May doesn't much care for rice by itself, so we made some, or she made herself like an egg and avocado sandwich. Like pretty minimal on the spices and stuff. And then some egg drop soup earlier. And that seems to have been doing her alright. And now I found a recipe for like some kind of chard and bean thing that looks pretty simple but pretty good. Yes, everybody send good vibes, big hugs. Duck is the goat and deserves all of our affection. Yeah, I know. We don't have bananas. May doesn't like rice much unless it's doing something. We don't have applesauce. Had tofu. Baked potato with tuna and cheese. I was looking at that the other day in some recipes and stuff, and I was wondering if that was any good. It's not that severe stuff. It just, I gave her garlic bread and it tore it up a little bit. So I think if we just keep it kind of simple for another day or two, it'll be fine without like going that crazy. Sometimes I tease May for copying me whenever I feel bad. It's very funny to me that she ended up with gastritis weeks after I did. You live in South America and do not have bananas. I live in South America where it's cold. I haven't gotten bananas from Brazil yet. I can. I haven't gotten bananas from Brazil. And also, May is kind of scared to eat bananas since the ones that we would get in the United States came from all the way down in South America, so they had come too far and they gave her migraines. It's just not really a part of my regular repertoire, as it were. It could actually be a small bug. It's possible, but we'll give it a few days. Send Lind a bunch of bananas. I mean, I would eat a bunch of bananas. It is almost, I could have some birthday bananas. That sounds great. I could go for a birthday banana or two. But they need to be like from as close as possible is the thing, so that they didn't have to travel too far. Because May loves bananas, right? But with some of her tummy troubles that exist before all of this, if things have to travel too far to get to where she to get to the plate, basically, her little tummy doesn't like it too much. Gets migraine sometimes. So and they do have bananas from Brazil here, and that's like literally the next door neighbor, right? So I just need to get them. If we end up staying down here though, apparently, because my Spanish teacher has one, I could apparently grow the ever loving bejesus out of a fig tree. We went to her house when they were ripe, in the late summer, earlier this year. I think it was earlier this year. It might have been back in December. Um, and the figs were ripe, and uh, she basically said, "Help myself," and so I did. And then she giggled at me because I love figs. Yeah, I don't know where the bananas come from that we would get in the U.S., and they just came from too far, and it hurt. It heady hurtied. So we just kind of don't really eat bananas much anymore. But they are good. I really need like a recipe for the fried banana with the cinnamon and the sugar and stuff on it. But since the bananas here, we can get some from either Ecuador or Brazil. And we got some of them from Brazil. I think that May would be able to eat them okay. You wish your climate allowed fun fruit. Can you do you got vineyards and stuff. Can you do cherries? Cherries are fun fruit. I like cherries. But if you got vineyards and stuff, like you can get some of the fun fruit in parts of where you are. Amen, Duck. We do all need fun fruit at some point in our lives. A mango. Oh my god. I grew up where we could do peaches. Um, and then in Seattle they can do cherry. Ah, tropical. Oh, yeah, I wish I could do tropical too. I think they can grow. It never gets below freezing, so I think we can do some. But I don't think it's going to be as good as if they were like grown in the tropics. We are in a subtropical climate. Unfortunadamente. Banana tree manifestation. Yeah. We are going over, but I'm just kind of having fun doodling. Good apples, strawberries, blueberries, cherries, and so on. Girl, I will wreck a cherry tree. Like, there you go. There's just some Lynn lore. Lynn likes tropical fruits and cherries. I will destroy a box of cherries if you hand me one. Very funny for years. For years, I would tell people, I don't really like fruit. I don't really like fruit. Like, I like some fruit. Some fruit's okay. But I don't really like fruit. I like tropical fruit. I like berries. I like cherries. I like peaches. I like this. I like that. I don't really like fruit, though. I would tell people this. And finally, it just kind of clicked into my head. No, I just don't really like pears. That's about it. I don't really like pears. I went, oh, maybe I do like fruit? And then May just looked at me and was like, yeah, no shit. Can you climb a tree for it? I mean, I can try to climb a tree, but I can't promise I can climb a tree. I'm at least 486 years old. My knees might not got it in me anymore. Raspberries, yeah. Momness is putting up a good point. When I was little, we had raspberry vines, or like for like a year or two, and I ate the berries so fast that my family thought that they weren't producing or that the birds were getting a hold of them. And they're like, I just don't know why our raspberries aren't doing great. And I went, oh, because I'm eating them. Don't like pears as well. Yeah. Yeah, I don't really like pears, but that's about, it's really persimmons. Not a fan of persimmons. And I'm a spoiled little baby who doesn't want seeds in my grapes. Um, what else? Plums? Maybe. I like a good apple. I like a good, like a good. Nectarines are okay. One of my favorite. I'd go for a peach faster. Love a cherry. Love berries. All of them. Every single berry to exist. All of them. It's fine. I'll eat it. Uh, Strawberry. Blueberries. Well, no, not every single berry. I'm not huge on blueberries, even though they are delightful in a muffin. Um, Raspberries. Uh, yeah, most of them. Maybe not. Pie is okay. Pie is okay. I had it. I had it a couple times. It's okay. But I will tear up some cherries. I will tear up a mango. I have eaten pineapple, fresh pineapple, multiple points. Multiple points. Multiple times I have eaten pineapple to the point where it burnt my mouth. Love a pineapple. Ooh-wee. Absolutely. Wreck me with pineapple. Yeah, that's what I was saying, like, lemon blueberry or, like, a muffin or something like that, yeah, that's fine. I can do that, but it's gonna be rough putting sandals on these because I don't really draw feet very well, but we can figure it out. We'll figure it out. I got this. Yeah, fine. When I went to the Brazilian grills in the United States, they would come around and give you slices of things. One of them was, like, grilled pineapple with cinnamon and sugar on it, and I think about that on the regular. Yeah, that stuff's so good. Mm, delicious. I can't control how much I eat when I have them, and that's not good. There you go. Yeah, see, that's me and a cherry. You give me a box of cherries, and it's like, where did the cherries go? I don't know. Where did the raspberries go? I don't know. But May is that way with blueberries. I'll get her some blueberries now and again, and that's what gets her. Okay, so we didn't have zippers back then, so we're gonna have buttons. That's gonna be fun and delightful and slightly historically accurate. And I get my buttons after all. Oh yeah. Sydney. I reckon you could probably still do that. I sent her a text. I wonder if she saw it yet. Not huge on watermelon. I could take it or leave it. I tend to prefer cantaloupe, or I'm one of the absolute monsters who eats honeydew. Um, but watermelon I could take or leave. I tend to like the smoother melons. Watermelon flavored things fine. No, I lost it. Oh well. It used to taste better. It used to be sweeter. Yeah, I remember liking watermelon a lot. I don't mind it. Yeah, I don't mind it, but I tend to err towards oh cantaloupe honeydew. But May doesn't like um cantaloupe honeydew, watermelon, or mango for texture. Oh, oh. Mealy, that's the word. It's mealy. That word didn't something disgusting. It is very fun. My hand up here. My hand's going like this. Huh. A conundrum. Because if it's doing this, it's gonna look the most anime, and if I make it doing this, that's not anime. I like berries the most. It makes you feel like a bear. See, then you're good. You're in a good spot. I know you're like, oh, these fruits are boring, but if you're talking about liking berries the most, then you're in a good spot. The last camping trip I ever went on, before I decided I freaking hated camping and I was never gonna do it again because something always goes wrong. Uh, the blackberries were in season though, and that was delightful. I was floating on a lake, on a glacial lake in Washington State. I had a little floaty, and I was just floating, and on the edge of the lake, there were just rows of blackberry vines, and I was just floating on the lake, picking the blackberries and eating them. That was a dream. That was an absolute dream. I think about that too sometimes, and that, peak living. But, then I was cooking, uh, breakfast for everybody like 3 hours before we left, and a piece of ash decided to float in my eye and scratch the ever loving bejesus out of it. So I was like, you know what? I'm done. I'm done trying to go camping. It's day trips only. I want a bed after that, and a shower with running water, and a toilet, preferably. Thank you very much. Oh yeah, I was living large for those few hours, and then I scratched my eye up and just felt miserable on the whole ride home, and it was like 3 hours long. So it's kind of like trying to learn to run, and I just realized that, some things just aren't meant for you. Some things you're just not meant to do. And life finds a way to tell you, this isn't for you. So I remember one of the camping trips that I took, um, when I was real little. I went fishing with my aunt at a campsite, and it flooded one year. I would go to scout camp, and inevitably something would happen every single time while I was there. And then this, and I was like, you know what? Sometimes things just aren't for you. And camping for me is one of those things. Camping's just one of those things. Okay, so like how is the shoe supposed to come off and is she wearing like a house slipper? If she wants it to be kickable without it falling apart and also able to come off. Like that's fine. I don't want to figure out how to draw toes anyway. Something like this maybe? And then like how does it stay on? I don't know. No camping unless it's in a hotel. I love a day trip. I love going out in nature. If it's a cabin, right? I'm fine with a cabin as long as it's like got water and a bed. A cabin's fine. Hell, I'll even cook outside. That's fine. I just need a bed and a toilet. And the option to not have to have ash in my eye because I was cooking. Hello? What is it? Is it done? Oh, okay. You want me to come out? I can go until 30. Made a buddy who wants to do stuff. Heck yeah, you did. Alright, I'm gonna give it 13 more minutes because apparently dinner's ready. Very exciting. Overnight beach trip. That's fun. Very fun. The lack of toilet is the issue. The lack of toilet is one of the issues. I have multitudes of issues. So, we get our cabin, we make sure it has running water, and we're good. So neat. Do you know what book genre it is for? Hi, Bun Bum. It is for. I am actually also editing this book. It's a bit of a high fantasy. I overtook May's stream today because we are both going to be working on this, and it's a federal holiday, so I didn't have to teach during this window like I normally do. So I'm starting the line art, and then May will digitize it with colors and stuff. So this was the original draft that I did. I was very proud of how I did this skirt, but it wasn't quite what we were looking for. This and the commissioner, so I am just kind of starting over. And it's going all right. Made sure it was what they wanted. Thank you very much. I'm quite. I know I finally got to start really doing art again. I guess a few months ago. Like I had time, but like not really. Like I had time, but I didn't, and now I still have time, but I don't. Right? But I went on a stint where I was just like fixated on fabric wrinkles and folds and stuff. I can sleep anywhere, but I can't feel too gross. Yeah. I don't know, I got tired of sleeping on the floor. Over on the YouTube side, for context, we're talking about how some people just aren't built to go out camping. And how I am people. Because every time I would try to go camping, inevitably something would go wrong. So if you hear me talking about what we need to go camping, well, that is what's going on. I always get allergic reactions. Yeah, I was telling them because we got on the topic by talking about fruits and the fruits and stuff that we like. Um So we were talking about fruits and such that we like, and I was talking about like I like most of them. There are a few that I don't like, but I do really like berries specifically. Um, and the story that I was talking about that made me realize like that was the time that I like threw in the towel on camping. Like I like going out in nature, but at the end of the day, I need like just the basic creature comforts. Was it was me and May's like first joint trip. We went camping together with some of her friends from high school up in this beautiful lake, glacial lake up in the Pacific Northwest. It was gorgeous. It was wonderful. And I was like living, floating on a donut floaty on a, on the lake, right? It's like late August, early September. I'm floating on the lake. And across the lake, they have like just lines of blackberry vines. And I was just like peak living. I think about it all the time. Was me just kind of floating on this pool floaty in the lake, picking blackberries off the vine and eating them. But then at the end of the trip, there was like 3 hours left to go, and I do a lot of cooking, so I was cooking breakfast for everybody over the fire. And a piece of ash floated up into my eye and just like scratched the ever loving bejesus out of it. So that was like I was just riding on the way home, just miserable with this torn up eye. That was just when I was like, I'm done. I'm done trying to camp. Um, or so that was our story. So I'm glad to know that we're not the only one. After that, I decided that I can do a cabin. A cabin is fine, but I need like running water and at least running water and a bed. May always speaks very positively about your sketches, and I have to agree. That's sweet. Oh, thank y'all. I appreciate it. Yeah, I need to make more time for art. I need to make more time for my own stuff. I never do. I know that May wants me to do like a writing stream or something where I just like zoom in on the word count and maybe we have a cat cam and hang out and do writing projects and stuff together. But I don't know. I don't know. Time. So much of my work involves staring at a screen anyway, I think is part of the problem. And I'm just like, I don't wanna read more. Really more. Uh, that's been very productive. Not, not quite done. But yeah, May always rants about my sketches, never minding the fact what makes me laugh is that I think I've told you all about this. I only sketched for about 10 years straight. Never really finished anything ever. Just for the sake of like some stuff that I have to work on inside of myself, basically. Oh, that's not. Oh, hair's too short. Oops, oops, oops. Alright, we wanted the anime. We're doing the anime. Y'all ever seen hair longer than your skirt? Oh, goodness. Just gonna loop. Gonna do this. No, I don't want that. Okay. Red stuff in this part of the lip. Anime face. And her eyes are open. Anime. Oh, no, overkill. I wonder if I have anything to go down last. Okay. Alright, okay. Just in general. So much that I need to work on. Dang. This. Is anything? Yeah, I can't. That sounds absolutely miserable, son. What? Why? Why would people do that to themselves? I don't understand. But you know, it's this one is fiction, right? This is just a drawing, so that's fine. But like in real life, I can't imagine. Well, I drew this lovely gentleman and a Pikachu for memory. So you got that. That was done. Um, yeah. So I don't know, man. You gotta take it up with the anime gods, not with me, as far as that goes. All right. So I need we'll stop here because apparently dinner's ready, and now at least I know what I'm doing, so we're good there. Um, I want for your homework between now and Sunday, because I guess I'm a teacher now. I want you to think about what you want me to tell you about when we stream on Sunday, because we only have a few things going on for astrology. Yeah. Tell me what you want to learn about. We'll talk about it. I might not know everything, but I might know something. So. All right, my loves. Dinner is ready. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. It did help a lot. I am still not great, but I can at least function. Tell me, I don't know, tell me about what you want to learn later. You can message me in Discord or tell me in one of the live streams because we have tarot tomorrow. And tarot Friday. So you have chances. Tell me what you want to talk about. And that's what I got. So I'm gonna go eat. I'm gonna go enjoy dinner. Y'all, jokes on you, I never did my homework. Well, ask me. Your homework is asking me a question. That's literally it. You like me, do your homework. You owe me for killing my best friend in the plague. 600 years ago. Anyway, yeah, we'll see you tomorrow. I was gonna say one more thing. Oh, crack open a cold one for Dolly. Put on some tunes. Love y'all big. See you later. Let me see if I can figure out how to turn this off. I think I know how. Wait, I need to transition. Haha, okay. Alright, bye.